Okay, I'm back over here at my desk camera now, and the deck that I would like to show you out of my collection today is a tarot deck, and it is Calandra Tarot by Calandra. And I really like the way this one was done because I think it's one that could easily be used by beginners. If you placed the regular Rider-Waite Smith deck next to this one and then compared the artwork, you can see how he was highly inspired by the drawings and illustrations by Pamela Smith. So let's get into it real quick. It is a U.S. game system, so it comes in one of those really nice hard boxes, and I think that makes it really nice. The texture is kind of that rosy petal feel, but I do really like it. And as I was telling you, the guidebook is by Trish Sullivan. I really like the way that she goes into, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this guidebook, how she starts off for beginners, and I like that. She goes into the introduction of the Calandra Tarot, explaining how many cards are in the majors and minors. They do include 2 extra cards, and we will look at those, called Above and Below, and they're beautiful artwork. I am really excited about this type of artwork. It's not what I can do myself, but I would like to get to the point where I could do something similar in my graphic art that I am working on. It says this deck has a strong connection to the traditional Rider-Waite deck, with both Michael and myself inspired by the iconic imagery created by Pamela Coleman Smith, as well as the way in which the Rider-Waite deck has become a system in itself. We have kept the same 78 cards as the Rider-Waite deck, with the addition of 2 wild cards created by Michael to explore the duality of life. We therefore hope this deck will speak to all tarot users, beginner and expert alike, and help you seek solace and guidance with any issues you may face. And then in each of the cards there will be keywords and then a write-up about the actual image that you will be seeing in the card. So, setting the little book aside, I think it's really lovely. Let's take a look at the cards. And as we know, this is what we come here for, is to look at cards. So let me take them out of the box. I want to show you first the 2 wild cards. So those are the first 2 in the deck, and aren't they fabulous? You have, let's put them on this side because it's above, and down here it says above, and the below card. And you can see the light and the brightness of the above card, whereas we all have a little bit darker side in our lives, and this one I find just beautiful. I love the moon, so this is the girl in front of the moon, and I love it with the owl. I love owls as well. This one has the Tree of Life down here, and this one, it almost looks like electrical storm, which is very fitting for the below card. So these are 2 bonus cards that you get with this deck. So I'm going to set those aside, and I want to bring in the deck. These are the backs. You can see they are reversible, which is very nice if you read in reversals, which I've just learned to do. It took me a while to get to the point where I was comfortable with reversals, but understanding now how they are positives actually as warnings or things to look at from a little bit different perspective than everything being happy and happy-go-lucky, which that's kind of how I started. They do spread very, very beautifully for drawing cards. I have shuffled this deck, and so I No, they are not in any particular order, which is fine. They are not gilded, which I do like that about some decks, that they're not gilded. So I'm going to put them down here, and as I usually do, I'm going to just start drawing cards so that you can see them and see the beautiful artwork. They look like, I can't tell if it's watercolor. I'm very familiar with watercolor and different mediums in art, but I don't know exactly what Michael used for these. Could have even been a chalk or pastels. Very pretty, very pretty. The color palette is what drew me to this. It also drew me to show them on this new fabric background that I am using. It's a batik fabric, and I think that that just highlights the colors in the cards for you. So you're going to see the major arcanas, and you will see the suit cards and the court cards as we go through them. But I am sure, just like the Seven of Pentacles, I did not have to see that down here at the bottom, if that was Seven of Pentacles. We typically see a farmer attempting to harvest his crop. And the Six of Pentacles is usually charity and justice and charity. So you can see we're picking up what you see in the RWS with no doubt. The Two of Pentacles, the balance, and the ships in the background. I mean, what he uses looks like a tornado in the background as well, but we have such vivid colors. The Three of Swords. So pretty. I'll keep turning. I always need to check my time because I do want to keep my time at a minimum, and I may not be able to show every single card unless I get going. The Knight card is just beautiful. I love when they use a horse and an actual knight. That kind of talks to me. The Ten of Wands. I love this Ten of Wands. This, I mean, I would probably pick this deck up to do readings for other people. I do normally just read for myself, but these cards have a lot of imagery going on that definitely could, it's got a slight look of modernism in it, yet it keeps with the old look too of Antigua, and I just love that. Some of the eyes on some of the characters is just blued out or whited out, which gives the mysticism to the card, and of course that would be perfect in a magician card. You know, look at this this little one on this horse with the sun, and that is so Rider-Waite Smith. That is so Pamela Coleman. That is so her art, picking up on that. The Tower card, very well done. Very well done. The Devil card. Oh, the Death card, the moth. The moth here in front of the skull. The Hanged Man. I've never seen the Hanged Man as a skeleton, but I love that. I love that. These are definitely RWS inspired. No doubt about this going through. The Ten of Swords. We've got the eyes once again. The Eight. The Six of Swords. Swords being thoughts, about thoughts, logic, the mind. We've got the smooth waters, the rough waters, as in the RWS. The Cup cards all have this water look to them. The horse is even going through water. The Knight of Cups. we'd know, not looking at the bottom, we know when we see the rainbow and all the cups in the rainbow, we know we're at the Ten of Cups card. Oh, just so pretty. Boredom, the Four of Cups. Okay. The Fool card. Isn't he jolly? Getting down to the end. So, the Empress and the Emperor were the last two cards that I'm revealing to you in the deck. So, this one is just beautiful. It's been sitting in my shelf, just to tell y'all. This one has just been sitting there. I don't even really realize how long I've had it. Not very long. I got it. I didn't know what I was getting. I didn't look it up on the internet before I bought it. I just bought it. I was at some shop somewhere and it called to me, and I'm so glad it did. It is a beautiful deck, and I hope you enjoyed the review of it. I'm going to start using it to read and see. I have a couple of oracle decks that I know will pair very well with this one. I hope you had a good time today. I'm going to make this one short. I've got things I've got to get done today. We're going shopping. We're going to go out for lunch and get a sub sandwich somewhere and make it a good afternoon. It's quite hot in Texas right now, so we'll be in air conditioning, which is always a good thing in August in Texas. So if you want to vacation, I would suggest that you go north, not down to Texas this time of year, unless you want to go to, say, Galveston, Corpus Christi, where there's beach and water and wind. Maybe Padre Island. Those are really nice vacation spots for Texans and some of the folks that come down from the northern states. Although I suggest you come to Texas during the fall and winter, because Texas is absolutely a great place to be. Fall is my favorite time of year. We don't get the big, huge color changes that you're going to see up the East Coast, up through Michigan and Tennessee. You're not going to get the drastic color changes, but we do get some. But the weather itself is probably close to what maybe it is in Michigan or Montana or somewhere this time of year. So we always look forward to the fall. Winter can get a little cold, but it doesn't last but a couple of weeks. So we're good to go. We enjoy the fall and winter in Texas. I'd like to be somewhere north for my July, August, and September, but it's a long way to travel for just a couple of months. But I might do that. My husband and I are both retired, so we have some options there. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the Calandra Tarot by Michael Calandra. And let's see, who was the guidebook by? Trish Sullivan. I needed to give her due credit for the book because it is a very nicely written book. And again, this one is great for beginners. So if you're new to tarot, it's a place to go. I'm going to end with one of my first little tarot cards I've been working on. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to ask you if you would please subscribe to my channel. It's Aiko Art and Tarot Oracle Reviews. Give me a like if you enjoyed this with a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And leave me some comments. I'm not finding too many comments at this point, but if you have some, I would love it. This is Aiko from Aiko Art. See you next time.